G'day legends and welcome back. We're finally into the last stretch of winter here in Australia. And if you're anything like me, you're itching for the warmer weather and all the reptiles which come with it. To get us through the rest of the cold, I've got something very special lined up. Over the next 6 weeks, we're dropping an all new, never seen before Herping series. Filmed throughout last season's warmer months throughout outback New South Wales and into South Australia. We ticked off a heap of bucket list species, from elusive geckos and venomous snakes to unique dragons and even the legendary thorny devil. Enough talk, let's dive straight in and kick things off with one of the most iconic snakes in the country, the Mulga Snake, aka the King Brown. G'day guys and welcome back to another series. Before this trip even started, we've had nothing but issues, nothing but problems. We were initially meant to be, I'm walking up a hill. Initially meant to be heading north up to Windora looking for inland taipans, Strophaurus elderi, black-headed pythons, but all the weather in Queensland is absolutely atrocious. So we've had to change the game plan. Surprisingly, the best weather at the moment is actually outback New South Wales, so that's where we're going to hit. We have allowed ourselves a lot of time, but whether we use the whole time, I don't know. So our first stop tonight is actually going to be Lake Kandobelin, where about 12 months ago a video was released where I found like 15 to 20 reptiles in one night and it was incredible. So that's going to be a good spot to hit. The temps honestly aren't amazing, but look, this is the time we got and this is what we're going to be working with. So fingers crossed, wish us luck. The first stop here, we're just out the back of Orange. I think it's called Bornor National Park, something like that. And there's some brilliant cave systems and whatnot here. And we're gonna have a look, walk through them, suss it out. I've seen Cunningham skinks before and hopefully we can start the video off with some reptiles, but one way to find out. There we go guys, our first reptile for the trip. And it's a Cunningham King, a big bopper too. I just seen him run over the rocks here. We'll try and get a bit closer, but look at the habitat he's in. That many cracks and crevices, he's gonna shoot straight into that hole, but we'll go have a look. Yeah, just like I thought guys, he shot straight off down into that crevice there. It was a big bopper. It's probably one of the largest Cunninghams I've seen. And once he gets in there, he's disappeared. That's exactly why they live throughout this stuff. They can just disappear. They puff up their bodies. They got spines on their tails and they just really stick themselves in throughout these rocks so no predators can get to them. Yeah, there's caves and caverns everywhere. The temps are obviously right, so hopefully we can bump into one more, well at least one more, before we go and get a bit of a closer look. But we're nearly at the caves now, so wait till you guys see that. Here we are, the first entrance, the largest entrance to the cave here. You can see up there you got the stalactite or stalagmites, whichever ones they are. And then down here is actually the creek, which has eroded this all out over time. So you can see that beautiful curve down there. And that's just from the water. It does pop out the other side, and I think it actually continues underground. And there's a cave much further down. I've never walked down to that one, but yeah. And then all that's built out and you can go up through there and that leads you back to the car park as well. And there's little nooks and crannies everywhere. There'd be bats, there's all birds nesting up there. It's so cool. So here's a closer look down at the creek, which has created these caves over millions and millions of years. Oh. As you can see, coming in there, down through there and then disappears. And you can tell how much water must come through because look at all the debris up there. It's full of debris. There's caves created there and all these rocks have just come from up there, I guess. You can see Maddie's head just poking over the rock there. That's the way we're going to continue back up. We'll shoot out the other side. And I have seen Cunningham skinks there before. So fingers crossed we can get another look at a beautiful Agurnia Cunningham eye for you guys. But if you do come here, it's easy walk. It's 600 meters around to this side. And then we come up here, there's hand railings, stairs, but you do want a headlamp. If you want to be super adventurous, you can climb up here, you can go on top of the actual cave where I'm sure there'd be
Oh, there's just rock formations everywhere here. So there'd be reptiles, skinks, snakes, absolutely everywhere if you spent the time to explore this place. Oh, I forgot about these actually. The stalactites and stalagmites in this section. What is it? Stalagmites go up and tights come down, something along those lines. So I'm no geologist, but it's something about the water soaking through the limestone creates these. Over so much time, you end up with these columns, which initially start from just little dollops off the roof there. The guys, I just spotted this little dropling on the floor. The water dropping through the limestone there, so that's created this lump here. So that is creating a new stalactite, stalagmite. And we look up and that's exactly where it's coming from. So you can see there's actually a water droplet on the very tip of it there. And, oh God, another 1,000 years that might connect up from floor to ceiling. Incredible. And there we are, back out the other side, which you go down the stairs, you're back at the car. So what we'll do, we'll have a little bit of a poke around here now, see if we can find another Cunningham, get a closer look for you guys. If you don't see us with a Cunningham, we'll see you at the next stop, Lake Cargelligo. We are about 1 hour out of Lake Cargelligo now. We are in Kandobelin. So I thought I'd quickly stop in. Oh, I'm sinking. Thought I'd quickly stop in and show you guys something pretty uniquely Australian that is here. It's called utes in the paddock. I'm pretty sure they're all old Holden utes actually. And they've just done them up. That one you can see there's a roo, an emu, wind thing on top. Then we come across and they're just all different. There you go, there's Ned Kelly on the back. You got a Ned Kelly one, old Stockman one. This one, someone's turned into a kangaroo. And the further you go down, they just get weirder and more different. There's one down there that's a massive Bundaberg bottle. We've got a Vegemite can here. And then over there, there's a really sick goanna sculpture, which we're gonna go have a look at that as well. How cool is this? So guys, we made it out to Lake Cargelligo. We didn't do too much today. We had a little bit of a swim and a look around, a bit of a relax. You may or may not be able to see, it's sort of still on dusk and we've hit the Mallee country, which we can have a better look at tomorrow. But where is he? Yeah, there he is. It's not a herp, it's not a reptile, but it's definitely a dangerous animal of sorts. And look at this thing. I had my hand next to it before, which I'm not gonna do again because I don't know what type of spider it is. And he's cranky. Look at him standing up, ready to get me. I sort of patted him on the back and he made this weird noise, ran over here. He was sort of jumping up and down, trying to pinch me or something. I don't know much about spiders, so I've got no idea what he is. The Sydney funnel web, I don't know if there's other types of funnel webs. I know there's tarantulas in Australia, but yeah, I've got no idea. But have a look how cranky he is. Look at that. I can't even put my hand next to him to show you how. Maybe I can sort of go like that. But yeah, oh, he's a big bopper. I might try and, oh, I can feel him grabbing onto the stick actually. That is crazy. But yeah, we're not gonna hassle him anymore. That is a interesting spider. Someone let me know what it is. I might guess and put the name in the bottom of the video here, but I'll probably be wrong, so let me know. Any lovers out there. And just like that, 100 meters up the road, our first herp of the night and our first close-up herp of the trip. So this is a Deteller. Where we are, I would say it's probably a tree Deteller. Now these guys are extremely widespread. You see them all over. They're a cool little species, and the different species of Deteller, they are quite similar, so they can be hard to tell where different species overlap and are in the same ranges. But yeah, I would say a little tree Deteller. Only a small one. They get a little bit bigger than that. He was just out here sprinting across the road, and I just spotted him in time, so we'll help him across. I can see some spiders up here he's probably after. We'll let him go and get him. All right. See you, buddy. Off you go. Oh. You gonna keep going? There he goes. There you go, up the tree. Oh well, I'm definitely running with tree Deteller now. Guys, I'm really struggling here. Just before I left, I broke my phone. I cracked it. I think it's called the LiDAR sensor or something on the back, and it stuffs up the depth of field. Bug just went in my mouth. So I'm really struggling to get, if I use the one camera, I can't focus on the lizard. It looks like it's working with the 2. Yeah, it looks like the 2 times zoom is working, but yeah. We'll leave you there, buddy. But yeah, it's bloody, hopefully it's not going to stuff me up. I thought I'd get away with it for the trip. It's bloody expensive to fix. It's not looking ideal. So hopefully we can get away with it. Maybe it was just because that dude was a little bit smaller. Hopefully with the bigger stuff it won't be too bad, but hopefully it doesn't stuff up the video too much. If it does, I apologise in advance. Let's keep going. And just like that, guys. Oh, that's rude. How rude. Where are you? And just like that, our second gecko and reptile for the night. Thick-tailed barking gecko, Underwoodosaurus milli. Sorry for the car noise in the background if you can hear it. Now, I absolutely adore this species of gecko. They are quite widespread over the country, and I've just recently found the most ripper spot near home to find them. And I pull them up pretty much every time. But I spent one night out here a year or 2 ago, and I just couldn't stop getting these guys. I got sick of seeing them. One thing I noticed with the thick-tailed barking geckos out here, they're cranky. Look at that, he's barking. I tried everything at home to see if the ones around the Hawkesbury would do it, and they just wouldn't do it. But you come out here, they bark at you, they squeak at you, they jump at you. They got a lot more attitude. I don't know why, but it's an absolute crack up. Look at that. If I be really quiet, you might be able to hear his little noise he makes. At the same time, I don't want to get bitten. Yeah, you hear that little croak, that little squeak. So we're not going to try and pick him up because he will latch onto my finger. And being a little reptile, he eats animals. He eats bugs. I don't know if he would eat smaller geckos, but he definitely eats bugs. So he's got little sharp teeth. Yeah, awesome species. You can see he has got a regenerated tail. There's no tubercles on it. There's no patterning. And that is just growing back now. But we will leave you to it, buddy. I'm not going to pick you up. I'd love to give you a cuddle and a pat, but we'll let you keep going. And how cool is that, guys? Thick-tailed barking gecko. They are so cool. I dare say we'll probably find another few of them tonight. Hopefully a little bit bigger. They do get quite big. They can get sort of like that. And if we find another defensive one like that, sometimes they'll spin around. They'll sort of do this wiggly thing with their tail. So the predator will bite the tail, they drop the tail, and they run off. But yeah, we'll see what else the night holds. And here we are, our next gecko for the night. Our third species of gecko, and it's a Stropurus intermedius, the southern spiny-tailed gecko. Now these guys are super variable. I've seen them here before where they do look pretty similar to the eastern ones. I've seen them down at Mildura and they look so different. They get this wicked pattern along their back, and yeah, they're just so different. Yeah, have a look at that. Just like the ones we saw up in the Brigalow, the eastern spiny-tailed geckos have obviously got the spines on their tails. And they go up their back. They're just like a little dinosaur. Now, if we have a look, the surefire way to tell southern rather than the eastern, the southerns don't have, sorry about me shaky hand, the southerns don't have the little eyelashes, we'll call them. Both the easterns, the Williams eye, and the northerns, the Ciliaris, they have some kind of eyelashes. Oh, there he goes, licking his eye. Eyelashes above their eyes, which the intermedius are lacking. And as you just saw, these guys, they don't have eyelids. They clean their eyes by licking their eyes. They are such a cool gecko. And they just hang out in these trees by the side of the road, eating little bugs and things. I think every herper in Australia absolutely loves Stropurus species. They are a ripper. Off you go, buddy. Oh. There he is. I'm actually really surprised we haven't come across a eastern hooded scalyfoot actually, or a curl snake. Last time I was out here, they were everywhere. Especially the eastern hooded scalyfoots. They're another type of legless lizard, but we've still got a lot of miles to cover before we're back at the room. It's about 9 p.m. tonight with the temps. We'll probably to 10 or 11 we'll have good temperatures. So wish us luck. We also want a snake. Give us a snake. Let's keep going. And our first snake for the night. Finally, 2.5 hours later. A Dwire Snake. A good sized one too. He is beautiful. This is a good sized Dwire Snake. Definitely the biggest one I've seen. I've seen these guys before and they're probably a lot more slender and I don't know, that long. This is a good sized snake. Now these guys are a venomous snake, but mildly venomous. I think it'd probably give you an itchy bite so long as you didn't have any anaphylactic reaction. So, as you can see, he's probably gonna go berserk when I touch him. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, he was playing dead on me. But there he is. Dwise Snake. And they are just adorable. So look at that. He's realised I'm not here to hurt him. And he's just going to hang out in my hands like that. And look at those beautiful oranges on him. You can see he's got the orange on top. He's got that dark head. And he's got some yellow on the lip. And then that orange turns from yellow down into a cream underbelly. And look at him flicking that tongue there. Oh, how cool is that? And he is quite long actually. He's about 1 foot long. He's just out here. There's still some heat on the road. That heat, I can still feel it in my hand. Our body temperature's, I don't know, 30 something. So the road's obviously still hotter than that. Beautiful, beautiful Dwire Snake. I'm really happy with this find. How cool is that? Look at his little face. Some of them more prominent than others, but throughout that orange, they've sort of got a black dorsal stripe as well as the black colouring throughout the orange underneath the scales there. The other interesting thing about this species is they do vary a little bit. Like the ones you get out towards Mudgee and whatnot, they're not so vibrant in colouring. They're a lot more plain. Sort of out here, they resemble the Mitchell's short-tailed snake, which is not a snake I've had the pleasure of seeing yet. But they're definitely Parasuta dwyerii in this section where we are. Let's send our little mate. Is this wombat poo? I think it's just kangaroo poo. It looks very square though. Now let's send our little mate off into the scrub. Oh, you look so cool. What a snake. He's a venomous snake. No intent in biting. They don't want to bite you. They really don't. But stay off the road, buddy, because if someone's not herping, which I'm sure most people aren't, they're not going to see you. They're not looking for you. They're not going to see you, my buddy. So go. Go on. So cool. See you, buddy. Guys, you're not going to believe this. I don't even believe it. There we are. We're in focus. Look at this. A little baby central bearded dragon. Pagona viticeps. And he's a beautiful little dude. I'll put my hand next to him in a second. Oh. Look at the size of him. Oh. Doesn't want to focus. Work with me. There we are. Yeah, look at that. Look at the size of him. So this dude's probably, I'd say about 2 months old, I reckon, depending on how well he's eating. And look at the patterns. Look at the patterns on these lizards. They are just beautiful. I don't know what he's doing out here. He's cold as. It's probably going to be sweet with me picking him up. Yeah. And look at that. So you can see where they get the blues, the yellows and the oranges in captivity, how they really get them popping because they're on them naturally. You just breed a few vividly coloured individuals together and voila, you get some beautiful, beautiful lizards. And oh, that is a really, really cool find for the night. That is wicked. And I can tell you right now, if it was during the day, I would have next to zero chance of catching this dude because they are quick. So it's lucky it's nighttime. I don't know why he's out, but very, very lucky that he's cold. He actually looks like Spyro in the face there. My bearded dragon I had that died maybe a year or so ago now. How cool is that? Central bearded dragon. And what a cool one to start the trip with. That is I'm really stoked with that. That is so cool. We thought it was a gecko and we haven't been stopping for the geckos, and we're like, oh, let's have a look at this one. Let's suss it out. And no, I'm glad we did. He's a well bit away from the mallee bushes over there. I don't know what he's doing out, but I don't want to take him too far away in case his burrow is nearby. They normally know where they are. Oh, there's all this embankment here, so maybe he's got a little burrow. Maybe I'll just put him here, a few meters away from the road. You can run off now. There he goes. Ah, there he is. He's come to life now. So at least he's away from the road now. I haven't moved him too far. God, they disappear well. And he should know where his burrow is. All right, I thought we were done after the Dwise Snake, but let's keep going. And it only took long enough, but we got our first frog for the night. Can't remember what these guys are actually called. It could be a Banjo Frog from memory. I could be wrong, I've got to double check. They're a big frog, like look how big he is. They're really cool. You try and move them off the road and they sort of moan and grunt at you. Give you a bit of a We'll try and give him the move along. Always remember, you don't want to pick up frogs with your bare hands. The minerals, the greases and whatnot on your hands can go off onto the frog and they absorb that into their skin. It's not very good for them. So we'll try and give him a little kick in the bum. As usual, he doesn't want to be moved. I'll go wet my hands and then we'll move him. So thanks to the assistant, we get some water. Hands are nice and moist. We get our big froggy. What a porker. He's like Jabba the Hutt. Look at him. Oh, there's something looking at me there, right in front. We'll go suss that out. But yeah, there's a creek system down here, so there's going to be heaps of frogs, snakes, everything else down here. Geckos. Let's move you off the road. You're not in a hurry, are you? Weird things. And how's that? That was looking at us all the way from over there. I shine this green tree frog. That's the spot for frogs. Hey buddy, what are you doing? And how cool are these dudes? You never, ever get over seeing green tree frogs. It's just like they shouldn't exist, the colour. They're just fluoro. He's done a big poop there. And he's a good size as well. They get much larger than that, but always love to see the green tree frogs. Oh my God, that's the one we were just looking at. There's another one here. Hey buddy, he's shot out a poo as well. And there's another one over here, a darker one. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means he's a bit crook or I don't know what that means, but another one, a third one. How cool is that? There's probably more. It's getting late and we want to keep going. And guys, here is our Mulga Snake, our king brown snake. Oh my God, he is incredible. We were driving past and I just seen him. I'm like, I need to do Yui. It's either a Mulga Snake or a Murray-Darling carpet. And it was the first one, the Mulga Snake. Now, if you guys are usuals on my channel, you would have seen the Mulga Snake I got up around the brigalow. So they don't tend to get to this size and the girth. That one was around that 4-foot size. The ones out at the brigalow, they have that beautiful red patterning, that real copper coloring. This is your sort of normal king brown that you get, Mulga Snake. It's still got those beautiful reds and yellows. And this is an old snake. You can see he's got some battle wounds up around the back of him here. He's been either bitten by a dog. That jaw mark there is much too large for a fox. That's either a dingo, a wild dog, something along those lines. Being such a large snake, Maddie is hiding well away from him. Being such a large snake, he could pump in so much venom into me. It's not the greatest idea to be playing with him out here. So we want to give him his own space. Hopefully just watch him do his own thing. I've just moved him out of the scrub with the hook. It's coming back towards me, not because I'm here, he's just trying to get away. He doesn't want to bar at me. As you'll see, he'll probably go straight past me. But look at the size of the head on him there compared to my hook. That is a large snake. And they have the largest, oh, there he is, putting on his defensive display there. Sticking his tongue out. He's getting stroppy with me. He wants nothing more than to get away. These guys have the largest venom yield of any snake in Australia, and it's really not something you want to get bitten by. They are a Sedecus australis. They're in the black snake family. So they're called the king brown, but they're not a Pseudonia. They're not in the brown snake family, but still, you definitely do not want to cop a bite from this species of animal. just brought him back out of the scrub one last time to try and get some final footage of him before he does disappear. Because he is just such an incredible animal, my lord. This is probably my second favourite snake in Australia, and I've wanted to see one, especially this size, for a long, long time. And we can have a look there. There's that wound from the dog jaw, or potential dog jaw. He's not very defensive at all. Oh, he's looking at me now. That's not ideal. But he's not very defensive. The one we had up in the Brigalow was really putting on a show, flattening that neck. Oh, a bit like that, in true black snake fashion. And now he does want to put on a bit of a show, doesn't he? I have hassled you long enough, my friend. We hassle you no more. Look at that. He's not far away from me, but he wants nothing to do with me. And we'll let him go. Give him a love tap. Off you go, buddy. And there he is, away from the road, curled up under his grassy tussock. You wouldn't even know if you were walking past, would you? And that, my friends, is a ripper snake. I don't know what to call the thumbnail now. Last time when I found the small 4-foot mulga, I put Australia's largest venomous snake, but now I've got the big 6-foot monster. And believe it or not, we are 5 minutes away from the accommodation, and that is job done. That is night sorted, and we'll see you next week for tomorrow's video. That's a ripper.